the technology is here. What we have to do is teach people how to effectively use it to create a better world and to improve their own lives and the lives of everyone else.
Hi, this is Lynn Widmeyer, and with me today is John Maxey, who is my guru for all things cyber related. And we did an interview with John on what the heck is the cloud, and it was so popular, I thought I would come back, John, and ask you my next techno question, which is, what the heck is artificial intelligence, and how can it help me? So can you just sort of start off and tell us a little bit about AI?
Well, it's a revolutionary technology. It's going to change and is already changing everything.
Whoa. Something else to learn.
And something to help us learn.
Oh.
Which it will do and is already doing. When we talked about the cloud, Lynn, I mentioned that you had already been using the cloud. Mm-hmm. Because when you go onto Netflix, the movies that you're watching are being streamed from the Amazon cloud. So you're using that every time you go to Netflix. You're using the cloud every time you look up something on Google, because that too is being hosted on a cloud. Artificial intelligence is working now the same way. So when you go to Netflix and it recommends a movie for you to watch or a TV show that it thinks you'll like, it's using AI.
Ooh, it's already here.
It's already here.
Well, now, who is AI?
AI is a technology. OpenAI, there are companies that have gotten very well known and are making a fortune on the stock market for AI research.
Will AI tell you which stocks to buy?
Oh, I'll guarantee you that AI is in heavy use on the stock market right now.
So John, when we talk about AI, is it really learning? How does it update the information?
It is learning. It's learning all the time. There are different kinds of AI. The one that's making the most impact today is what's called generative AI, based on what's called large language models. And the way that works is they teach the system, it's a computer program or a bunch of them, they make it learn every word in the language, in our language as well as dozens of other languages, every word.
That's like a gazillion words.
It's a gazillion words. And each word is stored in a multi-dimensional array. So every word, so the word drop, is stored in an array where it's connected to dropped, dropping, erase, throw away. So synonyms, antonyms, plural, possessive, all attached to that one word. And then it takes this information and it starts to scan everything on the internet. So it's everything it can get. So it scans in the New York Times, it scans in books, it scans in thousands and millions of pages of information. And it reads it and uses it and teaches itself, and it learns based on that. And it learns in a weird way. They learned early on that if you try to teach it to read words in order in a sentence, that's a mistake.
Oh, really?
That instead it places emphasis, importance. So there are importance indicators also in the array about each word. And it treats some words as more important than others. When I said that it's going to be much more powerful in the future, that what we encounter today is the least powerful, weakest version of an AI, it's because it's learning all the time. AI has just tremendous power for good and bad.
That seems to be the case. What's the good part?
I use it all the time. I use ChatGPT.
In my research, I saw this ChatGPT as sort of an avenue to AI for those of us who are not very understanding of this new technology.
And you can just Google ChatGPT, sign up for a free account, and start using it. It's really a lot of fun. You can ask it, what should you have for dinner?
Will it go out and buy it then?
Well, not yet.
Well, it'll probably order it. It'll probably order it, and it'll be delivered to your door one day.
What we're seeing now is, Amazon is using their version of artificial intelligence that they're training it. So absolutely, you will. And now, just in the past few days, they've gotten much better at using voice-activated AI and voice response AI, which is coming soon to a cell phone near you.
Oh my gosh.
So what we will see very, very soon is the ability to say, Alexa, what should I have for dinner tonight? Alexa will give you 3 or 4 menu choices, and you can say, well, I don't have, or it'll know already. It'll say, well, you don't have, lemons today, but I can get them for you and have them here by, 5, 6 o'clock. And you can say, oh yeah, go ahead, Alexa, and she'll do that. And a guy in a nice Amazon truck will pull up and give you some lemons. It's interesting. And then also, of course, AI-generated images have...
yeah, you can't trust anything anymore,
video.
Really. I just don't trust images that pop up sometimes on Facebook or whatever, because they can be... Yeah. In fact, I just read, and this is an interesting app that now they have, and it's one of the fastest growing sectors of AI companions.
Yes.
Where you create
your
a
own
companion. Well, I want to invent one that would just, agree with whatever I said.
Now, Ron does that.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. And some of my friends don't always agree with me. So I thought, well, I think I might need an AI companion. And, but you create their images and...
Well, there's
amazing.
A big problem that we're seeing in the past 6 months or so with AI is the pushback, the fear about the negative implications. So election interference, cybersecurity. I'm seeing AI. I monitor cybersecurity here at the office constantly because I have to, and we're seeing, AI cyber attacks, AI-driven cyber attacks, which is dangerous and difficult to counter. But then there are AI tools to help counter it. So the lesson is that we're not going to be able to stop research into artificial intelligence.
Oh,
it's impossible. The lesson, I think, for me, is that we have to invest even more heavily in education than we ever have before. A lot of teachers now, teachers are friends of mine. My parents were teachers. So I know that some of them today are worried about the use of AI and ChatGPT to create papers. So a student will create a paper and turn it in, and it's just, they didn't do the work. It was generated by ChatGPT. Well, yes, this is happening, but trying to stop that is not really the answer. You need to move to writing assignments done in class. There are different ways of handling that problem. You can't handle it by banning the use of artificial intelligence in the classroom any more than you could ban the use of calculators 30 or 40 years ago. The technology is here. What we have to do is teach people how to effectively use it to create a better world and to improve their own lives and the lives of everyone else.
But how do we educate old people like me?
People need to educate themselves.
Yeah, how do we...
These videos, Lynn, thank you. People need to understand the technology, have a better understanding of it, and be able to recognize its uses and its misuses.
Now, would you recommend people to sign on to ChatGPT? I think it's sort of intriguing.
We should. Everybody should. We can't just say, don't use this. It's dangerous. It's not going to happen. We have to teach them how to use them correctly and how to recognize the misuses, because we're going to be seeing misuses. We see them already. It's a very important technology, very, very powerful. And it's up to us to learn how to work it.
That is a good message. Thank you, John, for this wonderful intro to AI. And we might have to do a follow-up.
Well, we can ask the AI to do the follow-up for us. So that's what we should do.
I promise, because John is so good at this. Let's do another one on, home applications of AI.
Absolutely.
So, John, before we leave, just tell me a little bit about your business here and what you do.
Well, I Data Direct has been offering technology services to nonprofit advocacy organizations for 43 years.
Wonderful. So you have to stay up with all this stuff. Well, thank you, John, so much. As always, you know, I as an older person, I get sort of rattled by all these changes. And to have someone like you to sort of explain things and be a comforting voice, but also a warning signal is very special. And I'm going to, we're going to do more on this home applications of AI.
That would be lots of fun. We'll try to think of some perfect examples of what's already in use.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Lynn. Have a good day.